Hello, folks. We're back with more NACL VoD reviews. This time we've got the two LCS challenger teams in FLYC and TLC going up against each other in the first round of playoffs. Honestly, kind of a close series, kind of not. FLYC looked a lot better in this one, so excited to see how they found the 2-0. Thanks so much for all the support. I recently hit YouTube partner. Thanks to you guys. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, if not, you might be on the stream live right now, which is at Cubby XX. Follow me everywhere there. If you guys like the content, feel free to drop a like, comment, and or a sub. Let's dive into the games. All right. So FLYC, they ban out Kennen. Definitely targeted the Jenkins. Meanwhile, no Aurora or Ezreal, which FLYC has proven that they can both play rather well. First pick, Rumble, is something that Sturdy can't play, but also a bit of a deny from Jenkins, which instantly is the Corki and the Skarner. Now, Skarner got a lot of changes. I was expecting the Skarner to be in Keel's hand, because when Skarner was Omega OP, TL were mostly playing this in the jungle. But of course, can be played into Rumble. We've seen Licorice on Dignitas even playing it in a Rumble recently on the LCS stage. So a bit of a flex now for TLC in the rest of the draft. Still a lot of early mid-game power and Wombo from FLYC. Leona trying to answer and deny pairing from MF. Ban Rel Vi. Makes a lot of sense. You don't want to give this Rel. And I wouldn't want to give this Vi either. Varus into MF. Decent. Varus can kind of, stand and tank. You can also look for picks on MF so that she can't set up. And then Ornn. Also not bad later on going into the Rumble. Very tanky team for TLC. Meanwhile, Alistar, Wukong, just fine Wombo for these guys. That's fine. This game was a little everywhere and sloppy. I had a kind of bad read on this. I thought the TLC would outscale. It's given like the double marksman plus the ornaments coming in. We're actually like really range gated here for TLC. And everyone on FLYC did so much fucking damage, it didn't really matter. As long as they use their skills together, they only had to they only had to worry about 2 targets, right? So as long as they're able to find these 2 targets together and force them out, there's nothing else really a threat to them on the team. And I think FLYC did a really nice job of that throughout this. So, game 1. Any surprises here? It's been staring at... Oh, this is the Griffin setup for Skarner. It's Heartsteel. And we don't usually see Grasp on a jungler, but it's about getting... Skarner scales off of max health. Some of his abilities. And then we have fucking Demolish on Leona for Kim down. I like my Fauna Life. Anyways. This was nice from TL. They keep on forcing Sejed back here, so he actually has like a really rough start. So Shading gets around a ward here from Roamer and really kind of fucks Roamer. So well played, Shaden. And this is honestly pretty nice. He uses his clone to sneak around this. It happened off screen. But Roamer has no idea this is coming. Because he has a false sense of security. And they hit it. And it's free. So that's nice. Meanwhile, because we showed crossing over to top side, Keel decides to drop Gromp level 4 to get down here on time, which is worth it because the enemy bot lane just dinged 3, but Sejed was out of range for that. So Chime's trying to cut off the Varus, but Spawn doesn't have tower aggro. And Sejed's just in between both waves. And he ends up getting cooked. And good try, honestly, by Chime. Just didn't have enough. You can think Wukong's another one. Yeah, I think if we see Azir and Ori, I do think Wukong is like in okay shape right now. Especially if we get like any tank junglers, which I don't think is gonna happen, but he can bust down, like he can bust through tanks. He's a bit of a tank buster. I like Wukong. Champ's fun. Champ's really, really OP, actually. Yeah, I mean, so far things are fine for both teams. I think the lead that like Spawn has over Sejed, like it's big. It's really big. Gil did a really nice job getting involved in that lane. I mean, obviously, like you're never gonna trade out the first blood mid. Like that's just a free play. It's really well played by Shaden, but the response from Keel is really good. Good scout from Sejed. His spidey senses were tingling, so they do find Skarner. Means they can take grubs on time. They don't get dove, so Drake response comes in, but FLYC bot lane secures what they needed to secure. Also, we did see the top lane matchup. It starts to bust open now. So good job, Surdy. Oh, this was kind of interesting. So, Shaden, it's like after this, Shaden's ahead on the play, keep in mind, right? So he's going to go take the red buff. But instead of staying for Krugs, like Ornn's already forced out, so he actually just cross-country miles it down bot. Chime cancels Keel's E. And then they're able to actually go collapse on this, and they find a scoop. So they actually get kills, which is quite nice. So just 2 freebies go over to TLC. Or FLYC. I appreciate the cross from Shaden there. It definitely caught TLC off guard. And the cancel from Chime was also quite big. So, we'll put Bradley. Oh, Bradley's quite fed in this. Jenkins played this really well. So we have an attempted top lane dive. I don't like this play from FLYC. I do like Jenkins played this really well. I just think that like it's so hard to dive Ornn at this point of the game. I do not know why we attempted it. The fact that Jenkins has flash, like yes, he's cooking, but Surdy's never able to get overheat autos off because Jenkins found the double knockup. It was not canceled by Shaden. Yeah, like he perfectly chains it. This is really well played by Jenkins, by the way. Because if Shaden gets R off, and we're not able to like cast one of these, then the dive actually does work. So the flash around is really nice. This was really, really well played by Jenkins. That's really well played by Jenkins. That's really impressive, actually. I did not give enough credit for that on the cast. That's really well done. And Romer TP'd, so they clean it up. The big turn play. That said, TP answer coming in from Bradley. Spawn has flash, but he's dead as fuck. Doesn't burn it. They do drop mid for that. It's not the biggest one in the world, honestly. I don't know if I love that TP from Bradley. I think we can maybe find higher value later on, but it's fun. It does get us grubs. Shaden going for this was crazy. I have no... I know he's got ult up. But him just going in and not pressing R... I just... Yeah. That was crazy. So it's only 3 grubs, and we don't get the 4th. Because we pulled off grubs and tried to look for that play, and then... Yeah. Okay, FLYC gets caught here. I'm actually super down for Surdy to make this play. I think this is winning for Surdy. Like, this for me is actually a good condition for him. Again, we just don't have flashes off after, like, that last top play. Again, he's still able to cook here. Just... Yeah. Like, that should have at least been a 2-for-1. Quite frankly. By the way, I think there is a world where if Bradley takes this route, it's, like, keep in mind, he's no flash. And we have alts as Bradley. Yeah, he also, like, stutter steps around Keel. And me knowing the Bears will not be able to develop them properly. Don't... Oh, don't hate on me like that, Marikuv. Oh, I just watch Fields be good. So, yeah. I mean, again, I think the big thing for me... Yeah, he had flush. Yeah. I actually think that was a good angle from Surdy. I just don't think it was followed up upon right. I was really down for that look. Alright, so Jenkins getting a lot of plates off the Drake take. It's fine. And again, the big thing that like ended up happening in this game is TLC have 2 threats, right? And both those threats are pretty range gated. And FLYC has a lot of ways to interact with them. So even though like FLYC, like, it's really on the front line of TLC to create space for the Corki and Varus to hit. And if that happens, it's winnable. It just didn't happen. Well, FLYC actually still caught everything for that. I think it's just Bradley probably that gets in this. Yeah, Bradley's fed his balls this game. Bradley ended up making good use of it, but he kind of struggled in the mid game a little bit. He gets caught. That did hurt FLYC a bit because like he has the gold, so if he's able to make plays, it's but like this was bad. I mean, this is just that's bad. It's not even like properly chained up, right? But yeah. Yeah, that's bad. That's not good. Penix plays. Oh man. Surdy gets Jenkins flash and all. It's just a trade bot. He wins it. I don't mind that we're zoning out spawn with this ult. Just all this like felt weird to me. Like Bradley can't join yet, you know? And now like when Bradley joins, like what can Bradley do? We're just gonna take Leona. Yeah, I don't know. This was a weird sequence to me. I am as well. There was no reason to fight this. I mean, we can't take... Honestly, we can't take Kill Flash, but it's just... There's nothing after that. Shaden's just going ham to go ham. I mean, the last 3 Shaden deaths were pretty tough. Our MF does like 0 damage to this portion of the game, by the way, too. Like, look at the damage we're doing to Ornn. Regardless, we somehow are able to take this Drake afterwards. What the... Okay, how the fuck did this happen? I don't think this Drake should ever be FLYC's, no? Why did we base so far away? And Spawn didn't base. I mean, Spawn does get this wave. It does save mid. So he bases late. I guess we don't have Ornn ult. We have every other ult. Yeah, we just sack. Huh. I thought it was really bad to like not get these Mountain Souls. Just not just like how useful it is for TLC, but also I think Mountain Souls like really slept on just picking up the dragons themselves when you have a team that's gonna go full damage. I know like just having those bonus resistances when you're doing that much damage can sometimes just be really big. This was bad. So this fight, like I don't know why Kimmy took this one on the Chime. But Surdy needs to wait on his ult. Like this ult from Surdy is not good. Also like, yeah, we have this, and we have this to wombo off of, and we're gonna YOLO Bolo ult. Like again, there's no where is our Rumble ult now? And then Surdy and Shaden just get hooked in by Skarner and cooked. So that's bad. So yeah, we're still seeing some tough moments for FLYC. I can't even explain these, you know? It's like why. Also, like, if we're gonna drop this ult, I mean, I think it should at least be like angled up like this. It's a little bit specific, but I mean, it should never be dropped. We should wait for if we're gonna invest flash plus ult on the Wukong. We need to use our Rumble ult then. We can't use a Rumble ult before that, right? Yeah, you can see this game slipping away a bit. I'm kind of fine with this ult because like they're playing for the turret, right? Jenkins just okay. I missed that. So like after this, FLYC really did start to clean things up in this game. Oh, hold on. Bradley has flash up here, so we don't flash this. Nice chain from Keel. That's poor. I was a little bit surprised that we didn't start Baron just to get Surdy TP out. I think Baron's not the fastest for them, but they do have unlimited health. Instead, we're TPing away. So we kind of lose TP for this, which honestly isn't terrible for FLYC. So now we're going to use some things synced up, right? So like all this comes on over the top. Surdy's ult is good this time around. Like it got both carries out, and they can't really step forward. So these are the fights that like we end up seeing from FLYC. Like, do they get a lot of kills in this fight? No. But do they get health bar advantages and push the two carries out? Yes. And that's like I think that's where like TLC, they need to find a way to like force on their own terms. Because I feel like when FLYC were able to set up shit like that, it was really bad. And we just don't see TLC set up enough on their terms after this. This is a really good reaction from Sujed. So he gets Ornhorned into a lot of shit that comes down. I mean, he gets hella value out of this. I didn't like him down Zalt. Like the Cleanse Flash now, I came down stuck. Bradley's ult here wasn't good. I mean, he kind of needs it because his TP was bad. But yeah, again, like Bradley's kind of fed in this fight. I don't think Bradley's TP was very good. The rest of the FLYC fight though was good, right? Because again, we're dropping a Rumble ult. Like it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean he has to though because his TP was bad. It's a bad TP. Yeah, if that doesn't happen though, or it's like he pushes him in the Rumble ult. Yeah, if he pushed him towards MF some way, shape, or form, it would have been pretty lit. I mean, you might have gotten yoinked by Skarner after that, but yeah. Regardless, they survive. It's a 2-for-1. And then we YOLO Baron. I don't know what triggered this. It's like they spot it here. And they just can't get here in time. Like, only Kim down dies. It's fine. Oh, they got Jenkins too. Alright. It's a lot burn for just this turret. They're posturing for Drake, but for me, like, I don't know why we burned Leona ult before this, because now, like, we also just have Chime get a banging angle. Chime's not spotted. So. Again, Chime just is a fucking hero. And we get Roamer and Spawn out of the fight, so the fight's won. I know shading goes down, but, like, again, you take the 2 damage members out, and the fight's won. And Spawn is corralled, so FLYC just ended up being better. Yeah, I mean, I think TLC, like, they burned a little bit too much to try and take the outer. And then they just didn't, like, they tried the track Chime, but it was late. He got around both his wards in the setup, and the Wombo's good. So, they all funneled into the pit. I don't know, they're fighting without Ornal. In the past, they haven't fought without Ornal. So it was that too. Actually, what were the ults in that fight? Oh no, yeah, Ornal's not up. Keel didn't get his ult off either. Yeah. I mean, again, I think with starting objectives like that, TLC, they're allowing FLYC to engage on their terms, and I don't like that approach. I think they need to be the ones to start the fight. If not, and FLYC like, are able to get good setup, it gets really hard. Both carries also did stack versus Ali. You were correct. The one thing we talked about that can't happen. They were both forced out of the fight early. Nice hold here from Spawn. So he gets Shaden with the R. And he holds it and finds him. So well played. And FLYC get forced off. Again, FLYC, they didn't find the wombo there. Again, they can try and like zone the carries out. They didn't find it that time around. Bradley, they TP right back in. They're just going to try and hold. They find nothing. So good job, TLC. Well played, Spawn. I think Spawn went for a little bit too much defense here. I don't think you need Bork and BT. And Witsen. I would have rather seen something else. Like Terminus. Alright, so Chime. Check this angle that Chime finds. He walks in with a wave. And he's going to wait here. And he's going to win the game. And look at this pocket. Look at where he charges his Hex Flash. He's out of vision right now. It's a spot where a lot of junglers have been standing. And he's going to find Roamer. And it's too crazy, actually. I mean, we ended up kind of dragging Wukong into a good second ult, I will say. Locket save Shaden from Chime, by the way. Casual. Then Baron's getting started, and I mean, Chime finds a twofer, so we keep Keel out. And Rumble ult's up again. We funnel into the choke. I don't think they expect a Rumble ult to be up again. He is level 17, but that's a big Rumble ult. I know it doesn't get the spawn, but it enables it. Like, Spawn can't walk past that. Spawn was not in range of this in the first place. Like, Spawn's not on the same page with his team here. Yeah. I'm kind of more in Spawn's camp, too. And then we just get ran. That's game. This TP from Roamer was very bad. Oh, boy. TLC. And this game. Good game one, I guess. You can see the disappointment in my face. This is just TLC. Anyway, game two. We have Bear into Croc. Where have we seen this one before, guys? And Lee Sin. Alright. We must win early for TLC. Playing the Blanc, Lee Sin, and the Trist. Not has good interactions in the Trist as well, which is doable. Not also has decent interactions in Rakan. I like the Zaya Zeri matchup. I slightly prefer Zaya. I think Zaya was actually insanely valuable this game. So if there's anything to look back on for TLC and maybe think about is how can we actually get more value into Zaya? Yeah, I think Zaya is good in everything that's showing this game. It's quite nice. Not to mention Triss. So for FLYC, it's just about trying to get ahead in the lane and then trying to scale into the rest of the game. They take fights off the double DPS. It's good. Whereas TLC, they want to play burstier fights with the Blanc. They can try and chunk and create some space for Zeri, but Zeri doesn't have all the space in the world. So, anyway. Here we go. Runes. We have Roamer taking Ignite this game on the Blanc. So no flash. Showmaker-esque, you know? Then we have Tonic here. Find interesting. Also attack speed instead of the ability haste for 30. When you're in matches where you can't attack. Attack speed it is, I guess. So here we go. All right, so TLC, they are spotted. They're going to drop a ward, though. Shaden's going to start his red buff. All right, so it's full clears, each going towards top side. This is scouted. So Jenkins with a nice ward. It's going to spot everything. See, a big part of this matchup for Surdy is just about making sure that he is not getting caught in the E of Voldabear. Because that thing does a lot of damage, really. That thing hits like a truck. As Priority Crab goes over to Lee Sin. So, Maokai, wee bit behind. Doesn't matter. Not really. Spawn based here. And he's going to get most of this wave. This is a scary wave, but at least Maokai dropped a sap or two and they get the rest of it in. Cybercon, so it's kind of fun. Surdy with the triple longsword start on Renekton versus Warden's Mail. I found that pretty funny. Not exactly sure what the theory is for Surdy. My guess is that he just has to win initial trades, because if it's ever a long trade, Voldabear wins. But he does have Conqueror versus Grass, so I'm wondering if that might be different. Regardless, it is Grubs going over to TLC with his top set they have with the Blanc and Voldabear and Renekton, and not too big of a surprise. Kind of how the shit goes.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cummy.
Box Magical Adventure. Thanks for the follow. And Drake goes over to TLC, or does it? Because what ends up happening here is pretty important. So, see this ward? This doesn't spot this ward. It doesn't spot this ward. And it doesn't spot this ward. So FLYC are playing with full info, and I don't think TLC knows. How these wards got down are from Bradley. He plays both. So again, a lot of info here for FLYC. You're going to play this one out. Kills dipping down to try and dodge out on the Nature's Grass, but Sajed ends up free firing over the wall. It's quite big. And then Chime 6 came down as not, so they get the kill. They get the Drake. Chime gets out, and Shaden dies for a very good cause. They'll take that. Yep, that ward was big, so it got around the control ward. Ended up playing with more info, and ends up being really good. Alright, good harass here from spawn on the Sajed, but can't find the dive. Meanwhile, 6 Grubs just go over to TLC. It's really big. Like, TLC can take a lot of stuff here. It's with, they got 6 scrubs, like, really early. So, yeah, Sturdy's gonna pop that ult. Gonna try and take one more wave. And it's a Frozen Heart Rush on Yankins. I find kind of crazy. Not exactly sure why Sturdy went for the Stride Breaker here. I don't know what the thought is for this game. Just because I think Cleaver is, like, you know, really, really good in this champ. But we can't create some space for our carries with Stride Breakers, for sure. Meanwhile, though, Jenkins, he walked bot. And Sturdy's going to answer because we're going to try and save Sejed. Nature's Grass did not hit. And Sejed is going to flash and still get eaten. So TLC get a lot. Spawn rips down the top turret, and Roamer gets 3 plates mid. That's really big. So well played, Jenkins, honestly. Global taunt was pretty huge there. All right, Rift also goes over to TLC. So, I mean, at this point of the game, like, the fact they're down 2 Drakes, not super ideal, but they have 6 scrubs, they have a Rift. The only issue that I have is that mid, like, is even. The fact that LeBlanc, Lee Sin, were not able to get kills on the Triss at all, it's really good from Bradley. Now, like, at this point of the game, it's a lot easier for Triss to actually function. So, Bradley's doing a nice job of just staying alive. That said, TLC is still going to get that, and they're going to drive this one into mid and get a second tower, which is very big. So, well played, Keel. Nice spawns fed his balls. Still, this is really nice. I really like how FLYC played this one out. Their turrets are down. They can wait to go back to lanes, so they're actually able to push Roamer all the way off and still pick up top wave, and that gets Bradley at least their first turret. So well played, FLYC. Yeah, Surdy's able to get up here and get pretty much everything. So turret stays alive. And then Kim down is trying to base. Malachi spots. Malachi finds the flashes into the wall, and Kim down's down, which is a bummer. So that hurt. I didn't like this ult from Shaden very much. I think that, like, it's a little early, but also, like, we should angle it here. I don't like the one that's angled, like, up here. I think we actually want to get Kim down, because this ends up being kind of a tricky fight. Chime gets one banked. It's a good kick, and then Sturdy and Bradley get cut off because they try and chase this. I also just think it was early. I know that we're wary of the Blanc poke, but I think that we have ways to play against it with Chime. And then we'd stick around and try and fight, which is also super weird. So, again, I didn't like this call from FLYC. We're down numbers. This is the power window that TLC have. Like, Sturdy gets one shot. Like, the fact that we get Roamer is honestly a gift. So. Yeah, Roamer played this one 2 up. Yeah, nice rip from Sejed. Roamer doesn't respect that. If he does, like, it's chill. This entire fight's super chill. Shading gets out here, by the way, if he walks... He walks up, so he gets Blascone that way. If he walks down, Zeri actually can't auto him. Or else he gets Blascone away. Yep. So that also could have been one with like 1 or 2 more good plays. And then we get C. Jenkins as tank fully in this long fight, which is pretty terrifying. The root from Sejed misses, so we don't get the bear. We get Bradley Flash in the end, so. I mean, I think both teams kind of misplay that one just a wee bit. I don't like FLYC taking that, though, just being down numbers. I don't think they can win that fight. All right, I think time's their friend this game. All right, so we trade support for mid, Worth. And Roamer's no flash. And Maokai is just really strong this game. Playing Maokai and Elise in the Blanc, like later on, again, if these champs like don't get ahead, just your Maokai later on in these champs, it's pretty easy. And you're going to see like the last fight is pretty massive for Shaden. So I know it's a Goldie for TLC, but like at this point of the game, I really don't think it matters. I think FLYC's been kind of fine this entire time. And TLC is going to pull Baron. This is okay for them, but yeah, it's... Jenkins isn't at an angle here. He's tanking, and Roamer isn't getting poked down. So, like, is it really okay for them? And then this fight's just bad. Like, we hook the Renekton, and we can't move against Nature's Grasp, and our carries cannot auto. And if we play behind Nature's Grasp, guess what? Bradley Sejed just gets the fucking free fire with whoever Chime combos. So, nice. Alright, so we drop Drake. Play the lane. That's fine. They have Baron. They get 2 turrets out of it. I think gold matters more at this point for FLYC. They do eat some nice poke, though, from Roamer, so we still get forced out, but, like, because they picked up the waves, of course, it doesn't really matter. Guys get the reset on the 2 lanes that they were playing. They lose red buff for it, but if they're smart, they can go contest the enemy red. Oh, okay, no, they reset. Okay. Alright, so there's a red buff for that. I mean, they just got 3 turrets. I think it's fine. Good luck chasing Maokai. I mean, TLC lose so much tempo off of going for this. I know they're like, they at least pick up a wave. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Maokai is... I think Maokai is so broken, man. This champion's so broken. His ult is just not fair. Like, even, like, the rest of this game, though, like, the fact that he has roots, or, like, his W against Lee Sin LeBlanc is so good. Like, we fail flash here, and it just doesn't matter. If he hits that flash, LeBlanc dies, too. Yeah, so, I mean... More turrets, an inhibitor now, 4k gold leads, pretty chill. I really hate the Voldabear pick too. Like, I know it's good in the name, but if it doesn't get anything done, like, why aren't we playing Ornn? I know why we're not playing Ornn, because it was fucking banned from the last game, but Gragas, I don't know. And there are just other champs that are more useful at other points of the game that can also land against Renekton. What's up, Jax? Alright, we have the great Jenkins raid. Bradley did our Keel and not Jenkins because Jenkins can buffer, so that's good. But everything is burned to try and get Bradley, and Bradley gets out. And that is pretty much the fight. There is a hero moment here. Sajed gets flashed on by Jenkins, which is bad from Sajed. Yeah, he didn't react to this. So it's one shot. If that doesn't happen, then I think it's Omega GG. Bradley went to go get the Drake by himself. Sajed wasn't thrilled with how he played this series, but it's a good play. I like this play from Kendown. Like, I think TLC have to try things. They at least get 2 sums out of Sajed. Like, Bradley also ends up catching the dredge line from Kim down, so they get a kill. I know kill goes down, but like I think you have to fish for stuff like this at this point of the game if you are TL. So I think that was a good fish from Kim down and Roamer. This was bad. This one, not so much. Moo. It's fine. And they force bear out. And again, we're just playing with Malachi at this point of the game. They're going to give Bradley the wave because he got chunked. So we got lifesteal on 1 carry. Sajed's going to have it in a moment on himself. And then it's a volley engage. And it just doesn't hit. And this is such a reach. Like, again, I think this is a hard game for them at this point, but this is just such a reach. And Shaden just eats everyone. I didn't even hit the Q. It doesn't even matter. Yeah. Alright, good to FLYC. Alright, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in to this VoD review. I think we saw some okay things from FLYC out in this one. I'm still a little bit worried for them in the tournament. They did drop the next series. We'll see what they do in the lower bracket, but that's been it for this VoD review. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoy the content, feel free to drop a like, comment, and or a sub. And we'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.